you, Zagreus. Best not to make attempts to grow much closer with me thus. I'm much your elder, after all. And you're my little sprout. What say we keep it that way,
Master Chaos, I pledge never to forget you or your good graces. May your wisdom and your whim forever guide me.
Is this an offering of fealty or friendship, son of Hades? I do not wish to know from you the answer, so that I might dwell on it and all the possibilities. Your father and his brothers, when they sealed the Titans in the darkest reaches of this world, that was the last they saw of me as well. You were dissimilar from them, and I feel safe communicating thus with you.
See you next time, I'm sure. Lady Athena, I know there's more at stake for you in this than just my plight. You care so much about this family. That care and your determination spurs me on. I'm ever grateful.
Perhaps there really is no time quite like the present when it comes to showing thanks to one another, my dear cousin. You've opened my eyes to the possibility, though I remain steadfast in my resolve to fight for you. You brandished the eternal spear we call Varatha, so then it wasn't lost during the war. A magnificent weapon in deserving hands.
Sisyphus, I'd meant to ask, where are you getting all this stuff you give to me? You must be pretty well connected around here.
Oh well, you know, I have acquaintances amongst the locals here. Try to be neighborly with everyone is all. It's not just Baldy and myself, as you can see. Sometimes I come across things that'd be better off in other hands than mine.
Thank you for keeping my friend company. Indeed.
You're most gracious, Prince Zed.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
You must have gone and signed a pact. Isn't that right, Redblood? Tell me right now.
Well, as a matter of fact, I have. Though I don't see how that's any business of yours, Electo.
I like working alone. And you don't see me doing that right now, do you? So I would say it's my business, all right. Along with killing you.
Thanatos?
I have returned. Figured you'd be up to have another of our little contests. Now let's go.
Why, did sorrowful old Demeter get all the way to you before I did? She stubbornly refuses me when I offer to help. Unlike you, little godling.
Hey boss, in all your travels there, you happen to run into a lass by name Eurydice? I hope she's alright. I feel bad because we didn't get a proper send-off last we met.
Mighty Poseidon, greatest of my uncles, arguably. Please accept this gift.
For all the times I'm offered gifts or sacrifices, little nephew, I still always very much appreciate it. I mean, look, I'm grinning ear to ear. I dare say, little Hades, you've some spunk in you. Why, I think you take after me more than my crusty elder brother. We'll get away from that old Carter yet.
You must take pleasure in having to fight against me, Short One. I too have come to look forward to it, even if I end up falling to your strength.
Oh, I was going to say I'd much prefer we settle this more amicably, couldn't we? Perhaps I could interest you in a fine bottle of nectar. Ambrosia, even.
No, thank you. These battles are enough. Besides, you won that ambrosia from us, fair and square.
Why would you waste a proper vintage on the likes of me? Questions that are better left unanswered, I would guess.
If this eases your burden even for a little while, then it's in good hands as far as I'm concerned.
Good fortune getting out of here, stranger.
Rematch?
Attack us if you dare, blackguard. Asterius and I stand ready.
The Guardian of Hell itself decides the time has come for a short break and snack.
See you, boy. Couldn't agree more, mate. It's kind of nice out here.
So, Varatha and Gygaros ought to clash again upon this empty field. Let us have at it then.
Just when his victory was all but certain, a fissure opens underneath the feet of the ill-fated prince, and from it vents a cloud of superheated water vapor. Steam, as it is known. And probably you know what happens next.
No.
Just keeping watch over the pull of sticks there, same as always.
What is it with the generosity lately? Look, I'll just stash this with the rest if you really don't have a better thing to do with it than dump it off on me.
Hey, that's an idea. One of these days or nights, we'll have enough of this stuff to throw a feast to make all of Olympus jealous. Fan, what's your relationship with Ares on Olympus? I know he deals in death himself, but his approach seems rather different from your own.
I do not care for his approach at all, but he has been professionally courteous with me. More than I can say for most of your Olympian relatives, I suppose.
You mean the rest of the Olympians don't treat you well?
Discounting Hermes, I should say, the rest of them have nothing much to do with me at all. I can imagine why. I know it's complicated with your father here. But as for Ares, I think he's all right.
Disturbingly all right.
How can I possibly accept such generosity, my child? Surely others whom you know are more deserving of such offerings.
Nonsense, Nyx. I want you to have it. You've always cared for me. I can't ever repay you for that. I have to ask you something, Nyx. What is this debt you owe my father anyway? Forgive my eavesdropping, it's just I heard the two of you discussing things and it came up.
I was here long before your father. The responsibility to govern fell to me. Yet I could not manage on my own. I shape the darkness, ensure the integrity of the domain. I am less prone to census-taking and administering rules. I receded from such responsibilities.
It was too much even for you. So, when Father arrived, you welcomed him? He helped?
I was quite skeptical of him at first. I thought his presence merely a cruel trick of fate. But he worked diligently from the start. Soon there was order where once there was none. I fashioned this house for him, and I maintain it still. We remain in partnership, in interdependency.
He has never taken advantage of you? Of your generosity?
No, child. He has not. He can be short with me, as you have seen, but that is the extent of it. We have found ways to reconcile disagreements. Though your relationship with him, it is more complicated than my own, I fear.
I'm sure we can reconcile our disagreements all the same.
Flattery won't get you anywhere. We can't go back to how things used to be.
Flattery never got me anywhere with you to begin with, Meg. Doesn't mean I won't keep trying. I am ever stubborn, aren't I? You and your sisters really don't get along well, do you?
Alecto and Tisiphone and I each have a different outlook, I would say. We've learned mostly to stay out of one another's way.
That doesn't sound like a healthy basis for a relationship between siblings.
Are you lecturing me about healthy relationships with families, Zagreus? Your family, your father's family, is the most broken and corrupted in the history of the entire concept.
Fair point. I didn't mean to sound like I had any meaningful advice there, Meg. We're stuck with our bloodlines and our relatives, aren't we?
Your family cut their Titan parents into pieces and then scattered them in Tartarus. Remember that when next you tell me about family.
Oh my. Your Highness, are you really sure you want me to have this?
I really am, Dusa. I hope you enjoy it.
What? Is something wrong, Prince? I'll look into it right now, up there!
Good catching up.
Well, be that as it may. If they pester you at all, do let me know and I shall have them dealt with quickly.
Oh, Hades. I think the shades around here have been through enough as it is. I don't mind them. After all the time I spent on my own, having some company has been a welcome change.
You are certain all your needs have been provided for? Because if there's anything that you require...
Require? Look at this place, Hades. Look at me. I have everything. And so do you. Try not to worry quite so much. And be patient with your son. That's all I ask.
Persephone, I cannot promise you such things. They're not my strengths. Besides, I have a reputation to uphold. God of the dead. If the wretches do not fear me, or you for that matter, what then?
I'm not going to tell you how to balance your work, your marriage, and your parental responsibilities. I don't think anybody on Olympus or below knows quite how best to manage that. So long as we do our best.
Our best. That I can promise you.
Been waiting over here.
Say, Skelly, how'd you get here anyway?
Oh, you know, just kind of zapped right in like Papa lets us do. Some of us sometimes. Why do you ask?
I meant, how did you get to the realm of the dead in the first place? Lord Hermes whisk you to the entryway? Thanatos scoop you up, Charon give you a lift? What?
Oh, well, that's a little personal, don't you think, boyo? I don't like to talk about it much. So, if I could have a little privacy... Hey, now that's what I'm talking about. Thanks, boyo. Won't forget you doing me a solid like this. Cross my heart.
No need to thank me, mate. But don't you dare forget it, or I'll attack you repeatedly and without mercy.